look like I should be in like a Victorian, like gothic romance novel, and I absolutely love it. I'm just waiting for a sexy, like, Victorian prince to come knocking on my door and come save me, like, from my tower, right? Hey guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. Okay, so guys, today we are going to be talking about what your next serious relationship is going to be like, okay? So if you want some sneak peeks as to what your next connection with your boo thing is gonna be like, then keep watching, folks, okay? Hey guys, so here are your group picks today, okay? So, for your first group pick, for group number 1, we have this yummy banana pumpkin bread scented candle. Oh my gosh, every time I light it, I just feel like I am in a dessert heaven, okay? It constantly makes me so hungry, but that is why I'm not lighting this candle today. This is going to be group number 1, okay? For group number 2, we have this really cute, like, picture frame and whatnot. It has some really pretty flowers on it. It's really gorge. So that's gonna be group number 2. And for group number 3, we have this like Victorian-esque, just gorgeous like clock. It is so freaking beautiful. I literally got it at the thrift store for like $5 and I couldn't be happier. So that is going to be group number 3, okay? So guys, I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in. And I want you to go ahead and let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about your next boo thing, about your next serious, like, cutie pie, and what y'all's relationship is going to be like, okay? And whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes. And whichever group your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. If you feel called to more than one reading, then definitely check that out because you could have some extra like messages in there, okay? And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, okay? Hey, group 1, so if you chose this yummy banana pumpkin bread candle, then hey, hello, this is gonna be your reading today, friends. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here, and let's go ahead and take a look at your cards, okay? So, for the first card that we received, we have the Two of Wands coming through. Okay, so right away, the Two of Wands, this talks about planning for the future, okay? So if you were wondering about just how serious this relationship was going to be like, well, I'm here to tell you that it is going to be pretty dang freaking serious, okay? I definitely think that this is just going to be somebody who you feel like you want to build your life with. Like, you can envision the rest of your life with this person. And I think that you guys are really gonna start talking about, like, how, like, you guys want to go about making a life together. I definitely think that you guys could be talking about trying to move in together, you know, whether you guys want like 2.5 kids or whatnot, or if you just want like dogs or something like that. But I definitely think that you guys are really just going to be like two peas in the pod, trying to figure out how you guys are going to make this work and what you guys want to do for the rest of your lives, right? And I think that that is so beautiful to see. And I also want to talk about here that the Wands energy, this is all about like passion, you know, going after like a passion project, and this is also just going after your career as well. So for some of you guys, you could honestly be meeting this person while you are going after a passion project or while you are at work here, okay? And for others of you, I'm also getting the idea that if that is not the case for you, then And I definitely think that at the end of the day, this is going to be somebody who really inspires you and motivates you to go after your dreams. I think that this person is going to be somebody that is always asking you, like, what is it that you want to do? What is it that makes you happy? And I just think that this is going to be the type of relationship where you guys are there for each other and you support each other 100%. And I think that that is so gorgeous to see, okay? And for some of you guys, you could even be teaming up with this person, like, after you meet them, and you guys could be starting your own business together or planning some type of, like, passion project together, right? So I think that that is really gorgeous. And then for your second card, and oh my gosh, guys, I got so excited when I saw this because we literally have the Two of Cups coming through. And the Two of Cups, you know, this is literally like the soulmate card within the deck. So, you know, this person could definitely, like, literally be your soulmate, right? We could be talking about your soulmate here, but at the very least, I just think that you guys are going to be very similar to each other, because just like looking at this card, you know, these literally, like, this is literally showing twins. So I'm getting the idea that, you know, this relationship, the reason why it is so easy, the reason why it is so smooth, and why you guys find it so easy to try to plan a life with each other is because I honestly think that you guys have a pretty similar vision for yourselves and, like, what you want to do. I think that you guys just really complement one another, and I definitely think that you could also have very similar interests as well. So, like, if one of you guys are into painting, then I definitely think that, you know, the other person could have, like, an inkling or an interest in painting as well, or maybe the other person just really appreciates paintings and they really appreciate art in general. So I definitely think that you guys are just going to get along so well. And, you know, getting these two, like, number 2 cards, right? In numerology, 2s are all about harmony and peace and just happiness, right? So I just think that this is going to be a really, like, drama-free type of relationship. I think that you guys are just going to get along so easily together, and I think that that is so beautiful to see. But I do want to say that just because this is a very big, like, drama-free type of relationship, that doesn't mean that it is going to be, like, the smoothest ride possible, because as with any relationship, you are always going to have some bumps along the road. You know, you are probably going to have some disagreements here and there, but I think that for the most part, whenever you guys do have these disagreements, I just think that you guys are really good at talking with each other. You guys are really open about your feelings, and I just think that you have the type of communication and the type of strong feelings for each other where you guys are willing to try to find a sense of common ground, and that is just so sweet to see. And then for your next card, we received the Queen of Cups, and I also just want to talk about the final card we received as well, because we also have the King of Cups coming through as well. And that is so incredible to see, guys. So literally, we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So you guys are just going to complement each other so well. I think that you guys, like, everything is just going to feel so natural together. And I definitely think that since we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups coming through, you guys could definitely both be water signs for sure. So I am talking about Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. But I definitely think that if you guys are not both water signs, then you could also both be like fire signs or earth signs or air signs. I definitely think that you guys could share the same sign, right? And if that is not the case for you, then I simply just think that you guys have like a similar like type of personality, or like you guys just like vibe so well together. And I just think that things are just going to be so natural and so easy because of the way that you guys have so many common interests, or you guys both have just the same type of vision for yourselves and what you want to do. And then, you know, going off of that, I just think that this is going to be the type of connection where you guys just have amazing communication and you guys just want to serve the other person, because the Queen of Cups, you know, this talks about somebody who is always there for others. This talks about somebody who is always there to give the other person good and honest and thoughtful advice. So I do think that you guys, like, this is going to be the type of relationship where you are interested in what the other person has to say. And I think that you guys are always just going to, like, be such great listeners towards each other. So I definitely think that you are always going to be feeling like you are heard. You are always going to be feeling like the other person is listening to you. And I think that that is going to be something so valuable. And this is just going to be the type of relationship where you guys make the other person feel so loved, and you make the other person feel so precious and valued. And I just think that that is so gorgeous to see. And at the end of the day, this is just going to be the type of person and the type of relationship where you guys can just go to the other person with absolutely any problem, and you guys just feel so completely at ease to share whatever it is that you are going through. And I definitely think that you guys have what it takes to work past any problem, and I think that you guys just give such amazing advice to each other as well. Okay, and then at the end of the day, with the Cups energy coming through, you know, this is all about like spirituality as well. So I think that this could also be a very spiritual connection too. You guys could really bond over spirituality, or maybe you guys both just have a common interest in the realms of like religion and like the metaphysical side of things. And I think that that is really gorgeous to see. So going off of that, with your other cards, we have finances and career. And then we have you deserve love. We've got let go of control issues, and then we also have religious factors, okay? So with you deserve love, it says you are lovable. And like I was saying, I just think that you guys are going to have amazing communication. You guys are constantly going to be like making the other person feel loved and heard and appreciated. I definitely think that you guys are constantly going to be complimenting the other person. You guys are going to be telling the other person how beautiful they are, how attractive they are, how incredible they are. And so I do think that this is just going to be the type of connection where you guys both feel so loved and appreciated. And that is so gorgeous and important to see, because that is such a significant factor within a relationship. And with finances and career coming through, I definitely think that for a lot of you guys, like I was saying, you could meet through a certain passion project or through a certain job here, or like I was saying, this could just represent that you guys are going to really motivate the other person, and you guys are really going to help inspire the other person to go after whatever it is that they want to go after. You guys are just going to encourage the other person so much. I honestly am just getting the idea that you guys are going to be such incredible cheerleaders to the other person, and that is so sweet to see. And then for religious factors and let go of control issues, I just think that you guys are going to build the type of relationship where you guys have this faith in each other, and you guys just trust in one another so much. And I think that that is going to cause you guys to feel like you have nothing to worry about for the future here, okay? And it's going to help you and your person just let go of any type of like lingering control issues that you guys might have. And I think that things are just going to feel so natural and so easy with each other. And this is just such an amazing reading. I'm so happy for you guys. Your next relationship is just going to be so beautiful. And then we have radiate coming through. Let's see, I'm trying to decide where I want to put this. I think I'm going to put it right here. Okay, we have radiate coming through. We have attraction. And then courage. Okay, so going off of the attraction card, I do think that, again, you guys are going to be very attracted to each other. I definitely think that, you guys, like I said, are going to have very common interests, but I'm also getting the idea that you guys are just going to be the other person's type. Does that make sense? So if you are somebody who you like blue-eyed, gorgeous blonde-haired babes, then I definitely think that you could be finding yourself a blue-eyed, blonde-haired babe, right? If you are somebody who you like dark-haired folks, then you could be finding yourself somebody with darker hair. But I just think that, you guys are going to be exactly what the other person needs, exactly what the other person wants. And I am also getting the idea here with the attraction card. This is making me think about the law of attraction. So I just think that since you guys are such like amazing encouragers to the other person, because you guys are constantly telling the other person, like, you know what, this is your shot, babe, you are going to do absolutely amazing. I think that you are like an amazing artist. You are going to make so many amazing paintings. You are going to be so successful. I think that you guys are just going to cause the other person to be so successful because of the constant like reassurance, the constant encouragement, and the constant words of love that you guys are going to give to the other person. And I just think that together you guys are going to literally build like an empire. You guys are going to like become so wealthy together, so successful, and it's because of that like beautiful love that you guys share for one another. And I just think that that is so incredible. And then like with courage and radiate coming through, I just think that maybe in the past, like maybe you did have control issues, or your person who you are going to be with had control issues. But I think that because you guys love each other so much, because you guys are so encouraging to the other person and to each other, you guys are just going to really help the other person get past any type of negative mindsets that they could have had, and you guys are just going to make each other feel so courageous and so brave. And I just think that while you are in this relationship, you guys are going to help the other person like get out of your comfort zone so that you guys can do exactly whatever it is that you have dreamed for yourself, right? And then I just think that this is going to be the type of relationship where you are so happy together that it's just going to feel like you guys are glowing. You just make the other person and each other so happy, and oh, that's beautiful. And then for your final cards, we have physical touch. And then we also have appreciate this moment. So I just think that with physical touch, I think that you guys are always going to be so lovey-dovey with each other. I think that physical touch is going to be an important factor within this connection that could definitely be like your love language. I'm getting the idea that you guys are always just going to be like hugging each other or holding the other person's hand, but somehow, some way, you guys are always going to be like touching the other person. And I think that that is also going to be what helps make the other person, and that is going to be what allows you guys to feel so loved and treasured and like worthy, right? And then with appreciate this moment, I'm just getting the idea that, anytime you guys are going through harder times, anytime you guys are struggling in your life together, I just think that you guys are able to bring out the best in every single situation. You guys help each other, find things to be grateful for. And at the very end of the day, I just think that you guys are going to be so grateful for each other. And that is going to be what helps you guys, always find like the brighter side of a situation, always find the light at the end of the tunnel. And I just think that at the end of the day, this is going to be such a beautiful connection. This could literally be somebody who you marry, right? So I just think that this is going to be a romance of a lifetime, and I am so excited for you guys. So Yes, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys. Hey group 2, so if you chose this gorgeous little picture frame, then hey, hello, this is going to be your reading today, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, and let's take a look at your cards, okay? So your first card that we received today is the 10 of Wands, okay? And honestly, whenever I see the 10 of Wands, this usually talks about somebody who literally feels like they are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, okay? So I'm getting the idea here that either you or this person, or maybe even both of you guys, I think that in the past, you guys have always tried to carry this extra weight on your shoulders, and this extra weight can represent so many different things, but I'm just getting the idea that you or this person is somebody who is always trying to be there for other people. You are always trying to help other people out with their problems. You are always trying to pick up the slack, pick up the extra responsibility so that you can make other people's lives easier, and in the process you make your life so much harder, and you make yourself feel like you are just living a life that feels like a burden, right? And so I honestly think that in the past, you or this person could have found yourself in some very toxic relationships or some toxic friendships because of the fact that you are always there to help other people. You are like such a problem solver. And so instead of just calling it a day and letting go of people who are kind of bringing you down, you always try to put yourself out there, and you always try to be this problem solver and fix these relationships and these problems to the point to where you are just burning yourself out so much, okay? And so what is so beautiful about this is that we also received the star coming through, and first of all, with the star, this does represent that Aquarius energy, so either you or your person could be a Aquarius sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus, but overall, just hopping into the meaning of this card, you know, this card is literally like the star. So this talks about like dreams and hopes and like wishes coming true, right? So I'm just getting the idea that whenever you meet this person is going to feel like your dream person, and that is so beautiful to see. And I am honestly just getting the idea that this is going to be the type of relationship where you guys try to help the other person, you know, go after your dreams. You guys try to help the other person like follow your heart. And so I'm getting the idea here that you guys are really going to sit down like with each other and tell the other person that no, like you don't have to constantly be this like problem solver. You don't have to carry the world on your back. You know, it is okay to focus on yourself and to put your dreams first and to put yourself first. And so I just think that this is going to be the type of relationship where you guys just help encourage the other person so much. You guys are going to help each other cut out people who are taking advantage of you and your kindness. And I just think that that is so gorgeous to see. And I just think that at the end of the day, anytime you guys are going through darker moments within your life, I just think that you guys are going to be able to get through these darker times because of the fact that you guys are so uplifting and motivating to each other. I'm just getting the idea that you guys are literally going to be like each other's cheerleaders, and I think that that is so sweet and beautiful to see. And then with the High Priestess card coming through, you know, this talks about spirituality. This talks about really exploring yourself and exploring who you are and what you want to do with your life. So again, I'm getting the idea that, you know, this is going to be a very spiritual connection, but but this is also going to be the type of connection where, because you guys are inspiring the other person to just focus on yourself and to do what makes you happy, I think that this is going to be the type of relationship where you guys are really just going on a journey of exploration. I think that you guys are going to bring out sides to the other person and to yourself that you never thought were possible. And I just think that you guys are going to grow so much together. And I do think that for a lot of you guys could both be very spiritual people. Or if you are watching this and you are telling me, like, I like tarot card readings, but I'm not that spiritual, then I just think that whenever you come into this relationship and into this union, your person is going to help you explore the spiritual side to yourself that you never knew was there, right? And I just think that you guys are going to be very interested in religion and in different forms of spirituality. You guys could both be into like tarot readings and into like Reiki healing. And if you are not into that now, then you guys are going to bring that side out to each other. And I just think that at the end of the day, since this does talk about, again, spirituality, I just think that this is going to be the type of relationship where it feels like you guys were meant to meet each other. Like, you guys are going to look at each other as like your soulmate almost. And if in the past you never believed in soulmates, it is just gonna be like, whenever you meet them, it's going to be like, oh, I didn't believe in soulmates before, but I honestly think that this is what a soulmate feels like. And you are going to start to believe in soulmates after you meet this person, and your other person is going to believe in soulmates after they meet you. So that is so beautiful to see, and I love that. And then for your final card, we have the King of Cups coming through, and this is so phenomenal to see, because the King of Cups, this talks about somebody who is very emotionally mature. This talks about somebody who can go through very like crazy and emotional and tumultuous moments within their life, but this also represents somebody who is able to keep like a level head during those chaotic moments. This talks about somebody who is really good at keeping their cool and keeping their calm and negotiating and trying to like get to calmer waters, right? So I'm getting the idea that you guys, whenever you argue, I think that you guys are going to be so loving and so thoughtful to the other person that you guys are going to have a very mature way of communicating and of getting out of those harder and those harsher waters to get to those calmer waters, right? So I do think that anytime you guys argue, you guys are always going to be able to work things out, and you guys are never going to get to that moment where you're just like yelling and going at it with each other. I am just getting the idea here that you guys are going to have such an amazing level of communication, and I think that that is going to cause you guys to have such a peaceful life together. I don't see you guys, going at it with each other and having these crazy spats, and that's not to say that you guys are not going to fight, because every couple fights, but I just think that you guys have this capability to really talk to the other person and to just be able to communicate like calmly without feeling the need to just like yell and, be mean to the other person, right? So that is really beautiful to see as well. And then with your oracle cards coming through, we have attraction, and then we have children, let your friends help you, and we also have trust. Okay, so now with let your friends help you coming through, I definitely think that you guys are going to have very strong family ties and very close friends together. You guys could even share like the same friends, which is really beautiful to see. I am getting the idea here that maybe for some of you guys, you could possibly end up meeting this person by sharing mutual friends, or maybe you guys are friends together and you guys end up developing that friendship into something that is more than friendship. So I think that that is really sweet to see. But I'm just getting the idea here that, anytime you guys are like arguing a bit, or you guys are like having a disagreement, I do think that you guys have the maturity and the thoughtfulness to take your problems to other people and to really, try to talk out like whatever problem you guys might be facing with other people, so that you guys can in turn, get a different perspective, and that can also, help you guys be able to find like a new solution to this problem that you guys never would have been able to come up with if you would have just kept those like arguments and those disagreements to yourself. So I do think that you guys are going to place a lot of importance like on your friends and on your family here, and they are definitely going to be very supportive of you guys as well and of your relationship. So I think that that is really cool to see. And then with children coming through, you guys could both really want children. You guys could even start talking about having children together. For some of you guys, you could already have children yourself. But for others of you, I'm simply getting the idea here that I just think that in the past, you or your person, or even both of you guys, you had a bit more of like a pessimistic mentality. I think that you were just carrying so many burdens on your shoulders that it caused you to have more of a negative mentality, right? But I think that whenever you guys meet each other, you guys are just going to be so loving and thoughtful and encouraging to the other person that it's going to cause you to look at the world with a more youthful perspective. And I just think that you guys are going to help each other, find like that excitement again and find that renewal within yourself. I just think that this is going to be such a passionate and, happy union and happy relationship. And I'm so happy for you. And then with attraction coming through and trust, I just think that as you guys build this beautiful, strong foundation, as you guys start to come together and trust each other, I just think that you guys are going to help the other person, just go after your dreams and go after these wishes that you've always wanted to go after. And I do think that, at the same time, this is going to be somebody who you are very strongly attracted to, and you guys are definitely going to be, physically attracted to the other person for sure. So that is a plus to see. With your other cards, we have Radiate coming through, we have Activation, and then Detox. Guys, this is so incredible to see. Like with Detox coming through, I just think that whenever you guys come together, you guys are really going to help each other let go of those toxic like relationships, let go of those people who are like trying to take advantage of you in your kindness. And you guys are going to go through this just detox where you say goodbye to these people from the past, and you then open yourself up to this new beginning. So that is so amazing. And then I'm also getting the idea here that you guys could also be very health conscious as well. You guys could definitely be the type of couple that likes to go to the gym, or if that's not your vibe, maybe you guys simply like to go out like to the park and walk. And I just think you guys love each other so much, and you want the other person to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And so I do think that, physical health, your diet is going to be important for you guys within this connection. And then with Radiate coming through, I just think that you guys are going to cause each other to just be so happy. I think that you guys are again just going to be able to find like that brighter side like at the end of the tunnel whenever you guys are together. You guys are going to help the other person, get rid of that negative mindset so that you guys can be more hopeful and be more excited about what the future has in store for you and for this connection in general. And I just find that so gorgeous. And then to end this reading, we have relationship patterns and practice compassion coming through. And I think that that is so freaking cool because, like I said, with relationship patterns, I think that in the past, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I think that you you and this person, you guys developed a pattern where you guys were always trying to help other people. You guys were always putting yourself and your needs to the back burner. But I think that whenever you come together in this union, you guys are going to help the other person, like really realize that you were just helping people so much to the point to where you weren't listening to your own self and to your own needs. And you guys are going to help the other person just detox and get rid of these negative relationships and this negative thought pattern that you could have developed. And with practice compassion, this says see things from a fresh perspective. So I just think that at the end of the day, you guys are going to get rid of this negative mindset. You guys are going to get rid of these darker thoughts that you could have had before you met the other person. And you guys are just going to cause each other to look at the world in a whole different, like, new way. And at the end of the day, you guys are just going to go on this journey of self-discovery, go on this journey of exploration, and you guys are just going to grow so much together and explore a side of yourself that you never knew was there. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I will see you all next time, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3. So if you chose this gorgeous, like, Victorian-esque clock, then hey, hello, this is gonna be your reading today, friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here, and let's start to take a look at your tarot cards today, okay? So for your first card to represent this gorgeous relationship, we have the Four of Swords card coming through. And honestly, guys, I really like to see this, okay? Because this card usually talks about, like, taking a step back and really just, like, taking a break, relaxing, and just straight up chilling, right? And so for this to talk about, like, what your next serious relationship is gonna be like, I'm getting the idea that you guys are gonna be the type of couple that really enjoys just, like, being lazy and, like, staying in instead of, like, going out and partying and staying up all hours of the night, right? So I'm getting the idea that you guys are just gonna have a really chill relationship. I think that, like I said, instead of wanting to, like, go out and do something crazy, you guys are instead just gonna want to, like, sit back, cuddle with each other and just, like, watch a good, like, TV show on Netflix, right? So I think that that is really sweet to say, or to see. And going off of, like, that cuddly energy, I really think that you guys are really going to be into cuddling and just snuggling up with each other and just, like, loving on each other so much. And I think that that is really cute to see. And then for the next two cards, we have the Six of Swords coming through, and we also have the Two of Swords, okay? So whenever I see the Six of Swords, this talks about going through a transition within your life, okay? This talks about how you could have been in, like, a negative relationship, a toxic relationship, where you weren't getting, like, the love that you deserved. But this doesn't just have to talk about, like, a relationship, right? Like, maybe your friends weren't being the best friends to you, or maybe you weren't getting the love that you deserve to have from your family members, right? And so I'm getting the idea that either you or your person, or maybe even both of you guys, are going to be kind of, excuse my phone, are going to be kind of, like, drifting a bit. Like, I think that, after you let go of these people, you guys are just not really certain about what you guys are going to do next. You're not really certain on whether you should get into a new relationship, or if you can even trust anybody in general, because the Two of Swords, this talks about being very indecisive. This talks about not knowing what you should do next. And so I'm just getting the idea that, after experiencing these negative relationships and this harder past, you or your person are just not really certain about what your next step should be, and you guys are just not feeling very trusting accepting of other people, right? But what I think is so beautiful is that with the Four of Swords, you know, like I said, this talks about like staying home. So I feel like this person is going to be like your home. This person is going to make you feel so happy, and vice versa. I just think that together you guys are going to be like each other's safe harbor. You guys are going to just feel so safe to each other, and things are just going to feel so beautiful and so just gorgeous, right? And then for your final card, we have the King of Cups coming through. So this usually does represent like that water energy, right? So I am talking about Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios. So you or your person could be one of those signs that I just named off, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. But I'm also just getting the energy here where I feel like you guys are always going to just feel, like I said, so safe and relaxed with the other person. You know, the King of Cups, this usually represents somebody who is able to go through harder times. They're able to go through tumultuous times, and this is somebody who is just so reliable, and this is somebody who you can always trust that is going to be able to keep a nice, calm, and level-headed type of energy to them. So I'm getting the idea here that one or both of you guys, like, you are going to be leaving this past, this tumultuous past, and you guys are just not going to know like what you should do next. You guys are going to be feeling very like world weary, and you guys are just going to be feeling like almost every relationship is just bad. Like, people are bad in general, and you guys are just not feeling very optimistic about like being able to find somebody who is going to be nurturing and loving and mature. I just think that after going through these negative relationships, you guys have kind of built this mentality where you feel like everybody is like that and you can never find a positive relationship. But I think that whenever you guys meet each other, things are just going to feel so safe and easy, and it's going to feel like you guys can finally take like a breath of relief. And I feel like if you guys do argue, which, you know, is definitely very possible because, you know, any relationship that you are going to be in, no matter how peaceful and easy it is, you guys are always going to face a few spats, right? But I'm getting the idea that you guys are just going to be very communicative with each other. I think that you guys are just going to have this ability where you are really able to talk through any type of like argument that you guys are having, and you guys are just going to have this way where you guys can safely and kindly like negotiate like a peaceful exchange with each other. Does that make sense? I feel like that sounds weird whenever I said exchange, but you get what I'm saying, right? I just feel like you guys are so thoughtful, and you guys are just so calm and level-headed with your interactions with one another, and you guys just care so much about the other person where you guys don't want to hurt the other person. You guys don't like to yell or bicker. And so I'm getting the idea here where anytime you guys have a disagreement, you guys are able to really sit down and talk to each other and talk it out without having to result to yelling and bickering and calling each other names. So I think, again, that is another reason why you guys are going to feel so safe with one another, because you guys, like, whenever you guys are together, whenever it comes to like the way that you guys express your emotions, you guys just have such a mature way of talking to each other about how you are feeling, and I think that is really beautiful to see, and I just love that for you guys. And at the end of the day, I just think that you guys are really going to value like what the other person has to say. You guys are going to be such great listeners, and I'm getting the idea here that, you know, whenever you guys both come home from work, you guys are just going to take like in 30 minutes or even an hour, just like putting down the phones, putting down any distractions, and just listening to each other and hearing how the other person's day was. And I think in turn, you guys are just going to make the other person feel so happy, and you guys are going to make each other feel like you guys are just like treasure, right? And that is so phenomenal. I'm just so excited for you guys. That is so sweet. And now, looking at your other cards here, we have separation coming through. We've got give your relationship a chance. We have religious factors, and then we have passion. Okay, so guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am getting like some mixed messages coming through with these cards. So for some of you guys, since we are getting separation and give your relationship a chance coming through, for just a few of you guys, I don't think that this is going to resonate for absolutely everybody here, but I think that for some of you guys, you could be coming back into union or into a relationship with somebody from the past here, okay? So I'm honestly getting the idea here that this could have been somebody who you were in a relationship with in the past and things didn't work out, and so you guys took some time apart from each other. You know, you guys both went your separate ways with this transitionary card coming through, and I'm getting this idea here that whenever you do come back together, you are going to be feeling, you and your person are going to be feeling a little bit indecisive on whether you guys want to, you know, start this relationship again. But I feel like you guys just have such a strong passion for each other, and I feel like in regards to the past, maybe you guys weren't very good at expressing your feelings and at really having that really good communication, but I feel like now you guys have both matured, especially with the King of Cups coming through, because this literally talks about a king, and a king is old and wise. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, if this is somebody who you are coming back into union with from the past, then I think that you guys have been separated for quite some time. I think that you guys have grown a bit, so it could have been maybe like 6 months to a year or even longer, but I'm getting the idea that you guys haven't seen each other for a while, but now that you guys are coming back together, I think that, you know, you guys are both going to be deciding should you give the other person a chance. But I do think that since you have this gorgeous passion for each other, you guys are going to be able to try to work past these problems from the past and work past any negative baggage that you guys could have had together. And I think that you guys are going to start to have this new beginning with one another. And then for others of you, I just think that this is also just clarifying that you guys, before you come into a connection, one or both of you are going to be going through like a breakup, right? You guys are going to be separating from some bad relationships, from some people who didn't love you in the way that you deserve to be loved. And I think that because you are leaving those negative relationships, you guys are both going to be feeling, you know, a bit nervous. You know, you guys are both feeling a little bit scared on whether you guys are ready to be in a relationship, or whether you guys feel like you can trust the other person enough to be in a new relationship, right? And so there is going to be like this back and forth energy coming through at first whenever you guys do decide to be in a relationship together, or right before you guys come into this union, where I think that you or your person are going to be trying to decide, like, should I be in this new relationship, right? Am I ready, right? But I do think that with this passion card coming through, and especially with this like religious, like these religious factors, I think that you guys are going to find the faith to trust that, you know, things are going to be okay. And I just think that you guys are going to make each other feel so safe to where you guys feel like you can finally, you know, let down your anchor here. I don't know if you can see this, but this lady has like an anchor, and you guys are going to feel like, okay, you know, this is a safe harbor. This is a safe place. And I just think that you guys are going to feel so safe and secure with each other, and that is just so sweet to see. And then with your other cards, we have healing, we've got flow, and then we have protection. Guys, isn't this so phenomenal? Literally, this is showing like a heart, like with a lock in it, or like a place where you can put your key to unlock it, right? So I'm getting the idea here again, like you or this person are just gonna be like going on this journey of healing whenever you guys meet each other. I think that you guys are gonna be feeling a little bit nervous about starting this new connection after letting go of these past connections. And I think that for a lot of you guys, you could like at first have a harder time letting go of control and letting things just flow naturally. But I think that as you guys come into union with each other, I think that you guys are just going to be like such a calm and peaceful presence to one another. You guys are going to be so loving that you guys are going to help each other, you know, feel like you can let down your guard, feel like you can let down all of your defenses. And I think that as you guys come together, you know, you guys are going to like heal these things, these wounds from the past. And I think that you guys are just going to build each other up so much. And then like for others of you, like I was saying, you know, at the end of the day, if this is somebody who you were in a relationship with in the past, I think that as you come back into union again, you know, you are going to be a little bit hesitant at first, like with this protection card coming through, but I feel like you guys are just going to be so understanding, and you guys are just like going to be in this place where you have matured so much emotionally and mentally, where you guys can finally talk about these things from the past in a very thoughtful manner. And I think that you guys are just going to start to heal these wounds from the past together, right? So that is so beautiful. And for your final cards, we have listen with your heart. And then we also have do something for someone. Okay, so with the do something for someone, I am just getting the idea that you guys are going to be so attentive to one another and to each other's like emotional needs here. I think that you guys are always going to be trying to ask the other person like if they need something, or if they need help, or if they need to talk about something. And I just think that you guys are always going to be making the other person just feel like they are being heard and seen and acknowledged. And I think that this in turn is going to cause each other, both of you guys, to just feel so special in this union with one another. You know, I'm getting the idea here that, you know, with listen with your heart, again, I just think that you guys are really interested in what the other person has to say. You guys just love each other so much. And I just think that the communication for you guys is going to be so phenomenal. And at the end of the day, I just think that, again, like this person or both of you guys are just going to be like always trying to like be a helper to each other. You know, I see you guys you know, asking the other person like, oh, do you want me to rub your feet? You know, do you want me to make you dinner? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? And I just think that you guys are just going to feel so precious and so special whenever you guys are in each other's presence. And I'm just so happy for you, group 3. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day today, okay? Mwah! Bye, guys.